Hey guys, Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you from the Sean Kelly studio deep in the bowels of the Winners and Whiners Sports and Entertainment Complex to talk about today's Deep 3. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe and let us know, most importantly, let us know what you're playing today. If you like our picks, if you hate our picks, and if you hate them, tell us why you hate them. Just like a lot of people did with Toledo, and those people were what we like to call right. And as always, don't forget to check out the websites, winnersandwhiners.com, statsalt.com. Hey, while you're over there at Winners and Whiners, check out the info on our little contest we got coming up. We're doing a drawing starting. First one's going to be this Sunday, about an hour after the New Orleans Philadelphia game. We're going to be picking a winner from all of our entries. First prize is going to be $100 cash money, and we're going to pay the next 4 spots in valuable Winners and Whiners swag. So that'll be pretty cool. Like I said, hour after the game's over, we're going to be doing that live here on the YouTubes. I will be somehow running that, and that'll be fun to watch with my mastery of technology. That should be a hoot in and of itself. So make sure you tune in for that, and probably some cuss words as I get frustrated. Hey, speaking of cuss words and videos, if you saw the Minnesota, one of our Minnesota videos that were up yesterday, you got to see a little peek behind the making of the sausage, and apparently a lot of people enjoyed it. It was the most popular video of all of our handicapper videos, and it generated the most comments. So my apologies, everybody. I will drop the occasional curse word, but I try not to. I try to avoid it as much as possible, and that was not the case on that video. So I'd like to blame my staff and say that everybody involved has been disciplined and or terminated. However, it was almost entirely on me. So, yeah, oops. Bad news, it has been deleted. We're trying to run a professional establishment around here, so I did take it down. Sorry about that. If you ever really want to see it, hit me up over at one of our Facebook pages or on Twitter, and I'll drop a link to you and let you see it. All right, here we go. First pick comes tonight from the NBA. I'm taking a look at Cleveland and New Orleans. New Orleans, the Pelicans, minus 13.5. Yeah, that's a lot of points for New Orleans, guys. I agree, and I tried to talk myself out of this, but I couldn't. Cleveland is just a bad spot for them. It's a bad spot for a bad team. They're going back to back, and they are running on fumes as far as the depth goes. It's the first game of a road trip. I think it's a spot where they're probably going to take a shot at giving the guys a little bit of rest more than they normally would, but they can only do so much of that because they're missing depth at the 2 guard with Nwabe out, and now Hood missed the game last night. He's questionable for tonight. He's got an Achilles problem, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. New Orleans have been running pretty good lately. They've covered 3 of their last 4, and over that stretch, they've averaged 123.7 points per game, which is 7 over their yearly average. Like I said, the peripherals, they're not in love with this game. I think this is a situational play, and I'm going to call this. This will be a good example of an intuitive pick. We talked about 2 kinds of cappers: intuitive versus analytical or data-driven. This is an intuitive pick right here. Get down on New Orleans minus the 13.5. All right. Now, and I got to be honest, my other 2 picks I like a lot better. I like that one okay. I like that one all right. But these 2 I like much better. Indiana Pacers heading up to Boston. We're heading up anyway. I love that song. Anyway, heading up to Boston to the TD Ameritrade Center to take on the Boston Celtics. I'm looking at the total 213 in this one. Both these teams been on a pretty nice offensive run lately. Indiana has averaged 119.5 over their last 6. That's 12 points over their season average of about 107. The Celtics, on the other hand, have averaged 111.9 for the year, but right now they've got a run of 8 straight games where they've scored at least 111 or more, and over that stretch they've averaged 115.3, which is almost 3.5 points over their season average as well. If you run this game out with the spreads, it projects to about 111 to 104. You've got the spread is minus 6.5 for Boston. So if you run that out with the total of the spread, it goes about 111 to 104. So that's what we need roughly out of each team. So for Boston at home, the over 111 is 9-2 over their last 11 games. That's how many times they get up and over the 111 mark. And Indiana on the road, how many times have they gone over 104? 10 of their last 12. So how about the defense? Indiana defense been giving up 115.8 their last 5 road games, and that includes such offensive juggernauts as Chicago and Atlanta. Boston, they give up 102.7 at home for the year, which is just 1.3 under our target. I think with Indiana playing hot offense, I think they can take care of the difference. Take the Boston over 213. All right, sorry guys. Okay, here we go. The last one. Oh man, the last game is West Virginia taking on my adopted school of K-State there in Manhattan, and yeah, the reason I'm shaking my head, I'm looking at the first half under in this game. We don't have as a recording, I don't have that number up yet, but based on the total of 128.5, I'm going to go out on a limb, and we're going to guess it's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 59.5 to 60, right in that ballpark. I'm shaking my head because this has hit the last 5 games, and I've been to 3 of these games, and yet I have only bet the first half under. Even after identifying the trend, I've only got on it 1 time because I've forgotten to bet it the other 4 games. So yeah, I'm not the smartest guy all the time. So in K-State's last 5 games, number 1, K-State, number 6 in the nation defensively. We've talked about a lot about them as far as on the defensive end of the ball. But the last 5 first half totals for K-State has been 53, 47, 52, 50, and 50. So if you add that up real fast, that's 252. So they're averaging basically 50.4 points for the first half for their last 5 games. And those are as the competition has gotten harder and shots have been more difficult to come by. K-State, great combination for the unders, playing great defense, and they are absolutely in a shooting slump, missing their best player. And their second best player is definitely not playing at full strength. So take K-State and West Virginia under first half tomorrow night. Get down on those 3 picks. I think you guys will be happy. We went 2-1 tonight. By the way, 2-1, and that takes us to 35-7-1 since last Monday. And now I'm getting suspicious. Now I'm getting superstitious about it. I'm going to keep saying it until we have a losing day. You know, I'm not one of these guys going to brag every single day, except I guess I am until we lose. So we went 2-1 today, 35-7-1 over our last 41 games. Anywho, get down on those 3. We'll do it again, see if we can go 3-0 again tonight, guys. And at the end of these games, we'll all be heading back to the window. All right, kids. It is shout-out time. Had some good shout-outs today. Had some people that played our picks. I got a little story to tell you, too. So that'll be fun. Okay, first of all, and guys, I don't know, you probably don't know my schedule, but I record these very late at night, and we work on them, we get them done, and I go home, and I leave the office, I go to bed. It's late. I sleep from about 5 a.m. to 10 a.m., roughly about that. So I get up, and the first thing I do is I sit down and I look at the videos and I check out the comments and I try to respond to the comments. So that's the first thing I see. So today, I get up, and the first comment I see is from a guy that I don't think has commented before, John D. And he was super effusive in his praise of me, of us, of what we do. And it was just a very, very cool way to start the day. And as always, we're humbled with you guys, and we appreciate you guys stopping by and checking us out. And yeah, as always, we'll keep doing our best. So, John, love you, brother. Keep checking us out, and hope you've been able to cash a few tickets here over the last week or so. So again, thanks for the kind words, very much appreciated. Let's get into the plays. Eric, okay. So I'm going to tell you the story. Sorry, guys, I'm going to do this real quick. That's why I waited until we got here, so only the people that were hanging with me. As you know, since we lost the San Diego game on Sunday afternoon, after that we went 9-0 up until the Toledo game last night. So I thought that was pretty good. I thought that was pretty good. Even with Toledo, we're still 9-1. Seems decent, as a handicapper. I got a guy, and this is a guy that had commented on a lot of videos, and I thought he was pretty cool. He absolutely ripped into me about the Toledo pick, and And I don't know if he was more mad that Toledo lost or that they lost by 30 points. I don't know if he had to pay extra because Toledo didn't. They're so far from the 9.5. I'm going to need an extra piece of juice on that. Anyway, it was just funny. It just, and I know people have bad days. He probably had parlays, and I get it. But come on, guys. I'm 9-1. I'm not always going to be 9-1. I'll take shit when I suck. A couple of weeks ago we had a spell where we went like I think 1-5, 1-6 on the bowl games. I got a lot of shit, and you know why? I deserved it. I had some shit picks. We got a couple bad breaks, but we made some bad picks. It happens. All right. I told you yesterday it's going to happen again. We're going to have some shitty days. So anyway, luckily that's one dude. Everybody else super fantastic, positive all day long. And yeah, it was just like, what, tough crowd, tough crowd. All right, on we go. Eric T. He played all three of our deep plays today, but he teased him a little bit. And the reason is he liked Toledo. They really played deep, but Buffalo is a really good squad. Yeah, I know, dude. I'll never doubt the Bills again. He added the Caps in the NHL against his garbage Flyers. Another fine Philadelphia sports fan. I feel your pain, brother. I feel your pain. And he wanted me to let me know not to be offended that he does not say that not say your picks are bad, but he's going with his gut. Totally get it, dude. We had a lot of questions about that Toledo pick, and it ended up being an absolute shite pick. So yeah, very good. The legendary King. He rode all three with us. We went 2-1. Not bad, King. We got cash some tickets there today. Eric M. He got down on the deep 3, and he had to add Kent State to that, so he went 3-1 on the day. That'll pay the bills. Scotty C. Shared a couple with us. He loved the Spartans today. He laid 8 points last night. Michigan State absolutely rolled over him in that game. They covered comfortably, well into double digits. Scotty C said it's hard not to like Mizzou at plus 8.5. Well, Scotty, you should be, if you were a Mizzou fan for the last 30, 40 years like me, it wouldn't be hard at all. My Tigers, and I bet he was excited if he was watching that game because they were up 9 in the first half, and he's got 8.5 going, I'm locked in. And I'm thinking, not so fast, brother. These are the Tigers. And of course, Tennessee came charging back, and it was brutal. They did go over, so that was cool. He also had Baylor plus 3.5. He said he had a two-teamer. It wasn't clear which two teams he had. God, I hope one of them wasn't Mizzou because he hit everything else in sight. So, good job, brother. Hope you made a little bit there. Vale Gotti was very cool. He let me know that I have no concept of time. He pointed out that Tennessee beat Georgia last weekend, which I knew, but I guess I had talked about the Tennessee and the Gonzaga game that I thought was like the week before that. Apparently, it was 5 games ago. So, kids, as you get older, the time just goes. So, Vale, very cool. He was a very nice guy about correcting me, and yeah, I totally get it. He played with us today, and so yeah, we rewarded him with a 2-1 day. One of my favorites, David A. He was on it. He was one of many that was on this Toledo game. He said Toledo just lost to Ball State, and they were the favorite by 5. And I told him, I said, yeah, David, I saw that game, but still, I convinced myself that Toledo was on the same level as Buffalo. And I just want to give a shout out to David. You're absolutely right, brother, and I was wrong. I will never not believe in the Bulls again, and I will stop believing in the Rockets, at least until they start playing the Dregs there in the MAC. So, good call. I hope you faded me hard on that game and cashed a big ticket. Brent B., he got down on our college plays tonight. Plus, he hit Valpo, Texas, Baylor, the Clips, and Ball State. And I didn't check the New Mexico game. He was winning it the last time I saw, and I forgot to check that one. I wouldn't be surprised if he hit that one. That's a nice day, Brent. That is some serious victories there, brother. And just for the record, Brent's not one of these guys that like gave me 9 picks and I picked out the 5 that won. These are the picks he gave me. I don't even think I had to toss one out. I think that's a perfect card for Brent, waiting on the New Mexico results. So the astute Aardvark, he proved his name was correct. He was very astute, and he got that aardvark schnoz going, and he sniffed out the fact that there was no value on Toledo. He faded me, left left me fading away in the sunset, and that was a great job. Um, he took UNC +1. I thought that was a great pick as well. Retrospect, maybe the one I should have gone with instead of Toledo. What do you think? Yeah, and I thought I was suspicious of that line. I thought it smelled, UNC catching a point. I just thought that was too good to be true, and my spidey sense was tingling, and there was no reason for it whatsoever. UNC took care of business. Ball State took care of business. And what did Brown do for you today? They won a victory for the astute Aardvark. He had Brown to take care of business there in the Ivy League. And Super Cisco, nice job, brother. He took the team total in a game I forgot to write down. I think it was the Timberwolves game. Over 109.5. That cashed easily. So nice job. And great job, everybody. As always, love the picks. Love seeing you guys and give your picks. And I guarantee you, for the picks that you put down there, you guys are running hot too. You're way over 50%, probably somewhere in the 60-65% range. So nice job. Keep up the great work. I love that we're building a community. All right, I've yacked long enough. We'll see you tomorrow. You guys, good luck tonight. Let's get some W's. We'll meet back here tomorrow. All right. Thanks again for everything. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.